to my craft room. I have another freebie. I'm giving these away free on my Facebook group. It's linked in the description box below every Friday until I run out of ideas. We're currently on week 4. So there's 4 collections, mini collections, and they're embellishment builders. So the idea is to help you build little embellishments, okay? So the idea here is for the concept of a captured fairy. So we've got the little mason jars that I've put backgrounds on. We've got some lovely vintage kind of looking fairies, okay? A couple of butterflies, some words and some little tags, which I thought if we put some string around the lid there with the little tags. We'll try not to go into too much detail. Don't forget, this is week 4. So if you collect the other embellishment builder pages, you can mix and match. You know, there's other colours of butterflies, there's other words, there's other little bits of mini ephemera that you could mix and match, okay? So I'm going to go away and I'm going to cut all of these out, and I'm going to come up with a few ideas to share with you, so that you can see the kind of things that you can make with a little bit of imagination, with just a couple of free printables. So I'll be back in a moment. So here's a few that I made, and then I'm going to show you a bit of a tutorial on the larger ones, okay? So this is then printed out to the full size. As always, I print 2 to a page as well, and so I could make these smaller ones. So these, I don't really need a tutorial. These are so easy. So all I've done is use the little fairies. I've done 1 of each, okay? And I have popped them up. That one's not, that one's just glued flat. These are popped up with a little bit of dimensional foam tape, as are the words, okay? And I've used the butterflies, and on some of them I've used items from the other freebies. So if you get the other freebies, embellishment builder freebies, we've got these little dragonflies and some little labels and some flowers, and I've mixed and matched. And then I've just added some basically glitter glue, but I use stickles, crystal stickles by Ranger, to the wings to give them some iridescence, and then some little gems. So what can you do with these? Well, they're embellishments. You could turn them into a paper clip. You could strategically place the butterflies at the same place on each one and have them as a paper clip where you glue down the middle, slide it on a page, and then you've got one on each side. You could use that as part of a larger cluster. You could add it to a pocket, add it to a tag. You could put a hole in it and make a dangle out of it. You know, they are the embellishments that you can turn into other things, or add them to a page and make a collage out of them. Lots of different things you can do with them. Super easy and super pretty. So the larger ones, we're just going to go a little bit deeper. So what I'm going to do here is I have already done one ahead of time, and what I've done is I've carefully cut around the inside and removed the middle. I did use a craft knife, and my tip is to hold this firmly whilst you're cutting. Make sure your thumb's not in the way, and as you're cutting away, keep moving your hands down to keep holding that flat, and just go very carefully. And then if there's any parts that haven't quite popped out, I just go back in with small sharp scissors and pop them out. You couldn't even you could just put your scissors through the middle and cut all around, okay? So what I'm going to do first of all is grab some acetate and put a window on here. I'll just grab that. So I sped this part up to make the video a little bit slower, obviously. So what I've done is I've cut my acetate to a rectangle to fit within the constraints of that frame, and I'm just dotting glue, small dots of strong glue. You don't need heaps, and if you just dot it, it will stop it splodging. Okay, and then I'm putting my acetate and making sure it fills the whole entire aperture or cutout or hole, making sure it's right down to the bottom and right up to the top. Just adding a little bit of glue there because I've probably cut mine a little bit shorter than I could have done with. I do get a bit of glue on there. I'm not too worried. I'll hide any big splodges with a butterfly. And then once that's dry, you can see me trying to get the glue off. Once it's dry, all you need to do is trim round from the inside any acetate or window sheet or transparency sheet that is protruding, okay? And that's how you get it the right shape. Then very easily we're going to add some thin foam strips all the way around. Okay, I got mine on Amazon. Stampin' Up sell these. You know, they just get them as thin as you can find them. I think these are about 1/4 of an inch by the look of them, maybe 1/8 of an inch or 3/8. You know, get them as thin as you can, or if you've got wider foam tape, you can cut them to size very easily with scissors. Just use maybe an old pair of scissors, or if you get any sticky on your scissors, you can clean it off with hand sanitizer, rubbing alcohol, something like that. Okay, so make sure it's all the way around and that they meet. And then we're just going to put our image on. I've chosen this large fairy in the end, that one, and I'm just gluing that down flat as it fits nicely within the frame. Some of the other ones may protrude, and they're really great for making how I made the small clusters. You can make large clusters. Okay, so don't worry if the fairies don't fit within the frame perfectly. You can make other things with those fairies. So I've just got a little bit of the white tape protruding there, so I'm just trimming that off. So don't want to see it. Okay, and then I'm picking some shaker elements. I'm going for sequins this time that my lovely DT member Jenny sent me. I think the sequins are a little bit better for shakers than flatter objects because they don't seem to stick the same. But things will invariably stick and not shake brilliantly when you make shakers. What you can do is use an anti-static dust buddy, which is basically cornstarch, and go all over the image and then all over the acetate with it. I don't like doing it because I think it makes the acetate cloudy. I'm just not a fan. So if they stick, they stick. It doesn't matter. You'll always get some that still move and it still looks pretty. So foam tape on the top part as well to make sure that the lid is the same dimension as the rest of it. Remove the tape and stick it on. We all know how to make shakers. Okay, it's not difficult. I just thought I'd give it a try. So just marrying them up the best I can. I think I decided to turn it on its side because I've got very wonky eyes and I wanted to marry them up the best that I could. Okay, there we go. So we've, again, just if you've got any discrepancy, just trim it off. It's fine. Okay, it doesn't have to be perfect. My creations are never perfect. Okay, and anybody that says theirs are is a big fat fibber. It's handmade with love, not with perfection. We're not machines. Okay, more ink came to hide any white core, and then because I've got a bit of glue on my acetate there, I'm adding a butterfly and I'm just going to cover it up. Okay, no such thing as mistakes, just happy accidents. Alright, and then I've got a word there and I'm going to pop that on some 5-dimensional tape as well. So what could you do with them? Just add them to a pocket for a little bit of interest. Add them to a tag, add them to a journal front or a journal pocket or a journal card. Anything, doesn't matter. Okay, it's an embellishment. You can use it for whatever you want. So there we go, that's that one finished. On to the next one. So for this one we're making a spinner. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out, there we go, I've cut out those 2 frames, again, very carefully, and I'm deciding which fairy to use. That one would be nice. Now some of these fairies are a little bit larger because I designed them originally to kind of make clusters like I've shown you with the little one, and then I've came up with this idea. So I'm going to need to trim that fairy so that it fits within that frame. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm adding some thread. Okay. You can use any kind of thread. You want to make sure it's quite strong. This was just a sample, so I'm just using sewing machine thread that I know is pretty strong, but you could use, you know, I don't know, what could you use? Whatever you use. Something that's more transparent. You could even use thicker thread. It doesn't matter. Okay, so I've sandwiched the thread in the middle there, leaving lots and lots of excess thread top and bottom because I don't know how long I need it yet. Then I'm gluing the mirror image over, marrying it up the best I can. Now if you fussy cut your mirror image items, they're not going to be exact. Don't worry about it. Okay, do not worry about it, because you can, as I am here, I'm going in and I'm trimming off any discrepancy, and I've trimmed some of the flowers off of the one corner of the fairy there to make sure that it fits within my frame so that it will turn and spin, otherwise it'd be a little bit too big. And I think later on I trim a little bit more off just to make sure that it spins a little bit easier. So then what you do is you turn your frame over. I'm going to put some glue. I end up adding small amounts of tape as well to make sure that that thread is in there, and you want the thread fairly taut, but don't snap it, but fairly taut. You can see I'm trimming some more off there, just around there, to make sure that it fits within my frame. So you might need to make some adjustments. Nothing, you know, when you come up with different ideas for a design, you can just make it your own by cutting things to suit yourself. So I'm adding it there fairly central. Okay, and you can see I've got a bit of a gap either side. I'm weighing that weighing it down with a punch to keep it in place, and then I'm going to add some strong tape over that thread so that it doesn't move. Okay, and then at the bottom, to get it really my tape really thin, I'm just cutting it to size. It's quite good quality tape, so I don't need to worry about struggling to get the backing off. It comes off nice and easy from this tape. Then all you do is make sure you ink the inside of the frames, and we're going to glue that frame on top. Okay, very simple, made easier with the Sweet Petunia glue press. If you don't have a glue press and you need to glue a small section like that, you can always use a you know, a paintbrush and paint it on. Okay, marry them up the best you can. Remember, if you've got discrepancy, you've hand cut it, they're not going to be exactly the same, so don't worry. Wait until it's dry and then go in and just make adjustments with your scissors or your craft knife very carefully, a little bit at a time, and then ink it, and it will hide any discrepancies. Trim your string top and bottom. Okay, and then make sure that's all nice and dry before you start playing with it. Okay, so that's mine finished. So if I had any discrepancy in the cutting of the frames there, I just went in with my scissors and trimmed it out a bit, and then go in and just ink, and it'll hide a multitude of sins. And then obviously what you do is you spin this little image on the string, and let me see if I can make it work, because it's better if it's stood up. Okay, and as you can see, that will spin. Okay, so we've got a spinner, we've got a shaker. You could put anything in there. You could just put the butterflies in if you want. And we've got the little lovely clusters. I am aware that I was a little bit out of shot, so I'll show you those again. Don't forget, you could do these on the larger ones if you don't want to do the shaker or the spinner. Okay, and they make great embellishments for putting in a pocket. You could use them on a journal front, you know, instead of an alternative to a tag with the larger ones. So there's some ideas for you. I hope you like those. I hope you'll give them a try. I think they're really rather lovely, and I'm really enjoying these embellishment building papers, and giving them a try. So thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.